You see, if you consider a situation where you have soldiers on both sides, you want your bravest soldiers to be actually in the front line. But your most tactical soldiers, maybe you put them in the third or fourth row, because the first line is always going to be eliminated through stampede. That is guaranteed. Because as soldiers run towards each other, what do you think? The second or the third, they are not stopping. They are running after the first row. So the first row is always like a suicide kind of concept. Check the story of David and the other guy, Uriah. What did David do? He wanted to put Uriah where? The front line. Because for front line, you're guaranteed of death. There's no two ways about it. And then people use that angle, because most narcissists think they are David, they are King David. Just because David decided to use that aspect. What happened? He equally lost a child in the process. But he was also remorseful, because he thought it would just be a roller coaster, because he was this good king and he received favor from the Most High. So he thought he would just step on his soldiers and take their wife. You have 700 concubines and maybe 300 wives. But if a man here has like maybe just 2 ladies, then they are considered to be evil. But David is good. So you have to apply these thoughts so that you know if reality makes sense. But someone else can say those are metaphors. Whether it's metaphor or literally. For a metaphor to work, there are supposed to be a literal aspect to it. Because that which is spiritual becomes physical. So if someone is going to explain to you over there in the pulpit and you think, oh, it's metaphor, and you run with it, you're like, how did you know it's metaphor? You have to ask questions, because you want clarity. Once you lack clarity, you're just going to have all these endless debates. Someone wants to have 800 women. Even if you structure that the whole year, by the time you rotate that angle all the way from the 800 and then you return back to the first, how many years will that be? You see? So if a year is just 360 days, or maybe like 2 years, maybe, and a few months. If someone has an appetite, maybe, well, like I said, the concept of the world is just self-love and truth. Well, that which you think you want to do, just do it. But if you pick everything in life, just everything in life, everything, every concept, whether you think is good or evil, what is lacking? Admittance that you love what you do, and admittance that that is your truth. If you gain positions maybe in a firm, or let's say a law firm or a corporate world, all the way to become a CEO through blackmailing either males or females, or decide to backstab people as you go, that is your truth. As soon as you deny that, that's when people start getting exposed. Because in order to appreciate the concept of sacrilege, you have to ask yourself, why do people need all these physical things? So that they can now talk about God has blessed me. Anytime someone just utters that word, I know there's a lie behind it, a big one. People are blessed by the Most High. Don't even have to say it. You will see it in their actions. Because a tree is judged by its fruit, not by what it says. So if someone tells me, oh, I'm this kind of religion, I'm this, I just look at your actions. And then I relate it to the books, not to what people say. Because this concept of good and evil is what people should consider as far-fetched. Because you are actually contradicting the Most High. The first aspect actually of disrespecting the Most High is to consider that which the Most High created as not good. And you say, oh, but I love God. You only love certain parts of someone, then what happens when someone only loves certain parts of you and then hates certain parts of you? You have to put yourself in those shoes. With this concept, the Old Testament God is very brutal, and the New Testament God is different. So to yourself, you have to ask yourself, why was the Most High brutal? That's the reason why those books are put like that over there. And there's a reason why there's no naming of the Most High in the New Testament. They say Father. Someone may say, my Father who art in heaven. Someone may say, my Father who art in darkness. And someone think, oh, but darkness is dangerous. Why do you hide your password when you... or why do you hide your PIN when you go to ATMs? Why do you hide it, in light or in darkness? That's how people commit sacrilege. You want to pick things when they are only convenient to you. You want to take money so that you can have respect, but hate the process that you went through. Like I mentioned in the previous version, that the reason why people are taken to this, if they go to the secret society, they are taken through all this process that they consider filthy. It's because there is no shortcut to success. That which you think you can just, that highway you think you can just swam through to get your success, it will be the sum total of all the burden that you're supposed to go through that shrunk and given to you in that aspect. So if you find someone has told maybe to be, he's told just to go into a bathtub, and then it is filled with all these human feces, and then they are supposed to bathe in it. Take all that situation as the sum total of your highway that you are supposed to just walk in a smooth way. Now just filled with all your burdens that you had created maybe in previous lifestyles. All these societies are there to serve the aspect of the Most High, whether secret or not secret. Religion is there to give you the long way aspect. So the societies are there to give you the short way. That's why they give you contracts. How do companies do this? They give people contracts. Where the contracts come from? I mentioned the Most High is the angel trying to save you, and also the devil chasing you. Because for transformation to happen, beings have to be moved. Something has to be on their back to chase them. And then something also has to be in their front. to guide them on the direction that they are running. You see.